Okay, so let's actually kind of get back to what we were trying to do in the last video, which was just render um, an error message up here if this form is not submitted correctly. So if I just leave it blank and I click create shoe, nothing happens. Let's actually see what the console has to say. So failed to load server. Okay, so that's good. That's from previously when we did shoes controller. So that's in here. But the error. And we have this file here, but it's totally blank, so nothing's actually happening. And I think even if we look into, yeah, so in here, you can see unprocessable entity comes in because we declared that, but like there's nothing because this file is blank. So what I think we can do is just pretty much look for this form. So let's look for var, we'll call it shoe form equals document dot query selector. And we'll pass in that ID, and then if we actually have a shoe form, just on the off chance that this changes someday, what we can do is shoe form dot, I'm gonna kind of steal some of this, so insert JSON HTML. I think we want to even do after begin. So where am I here? So after begin, and then from here we want to actually render the form error. So I think we can do render partial. And I know I want to do for locals, I want to do object. And I'm getting that from, where is it, form errors. So form error expects to have this object in it. And in this case, that's going to be the shoe. So we want to do object, and that would be the shoe, because we're going to get that from, in the shoes controller, we have it right here. Render error, possible. Although I'm trying to think if, I think, yeah, it should have access to shoe, because we're in the create method. Partial, we just want to do, I think it's shared. I'm just going to copy the relative path actually. So it is shared, and form errors dot HTML. We can leave that off. I think that should be good. Let's give it a shot. So let's just do add shoe. I'm gonna leave this blank. Okay, so then nothing happened. So let's just see what's in our console. Failed to load. Okay, so that is correct. Let's try again. Okay, so through a 500 error, and it's probably because of something I did in here. So, syntax error, document.query selector, around line 3. Maybe we have to actually do an escape JavaScript, and then let's just get this, everything up until that line. So escape JavaScript. I think this will work. Let's give it a shot. No, I still have something wrong. We're getting close though. Well, let's actually just see if I just do like the old foobar baz, like does this even work? So add a shoe if it's blank. Okay, so it's adding it there. So we have that correct. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what I'm doing wrong. And people watching this are probably like, probably already know the answer. I just need to figure out how to escape this. I think I might actually have to wrap this in quotes. Because at the end of the day, this is going to be JavaScript. So all of this is going to pretty much render a string. So let's just give that a shot. And I should say I got that from, I did a shameless plug time, but I did a post about pretty much a similar thing we're doing right now. And I'm just looking at my old notes. So this is a good reason to actually blog anything you discover. It'll help you in the future. So if we do this, nope, still didn't work. But I wonder if it's because maybe I just need to do this. Maybe these are getting all messed up. Okay, so I figured it out, and I'm gonna thank my past self for that. I just kind of looked at an old post I did. So I did single quotes. I don't know if that actually matters, but I'm gonna just do that anyways because I have double quotes here. So we do want to escape JavaScript. We want to render out this partial, and I guess we have access to. I need to look into this more. I don't know if this is like a special reserved word for partial, or if I can just bypass doing locals and then this. Although let's see what happens if I do that. Yeah, it looks like it actually just has to be object. So if I go here and do add a shoe, create a shoe, it's totally, it throws the error. So I do name, create shoe. But then the last thing I want to take care of is this is still here. So we want to do that in the create. We probably just want to do something like, let's see here, we probably just want to remove that completely. So we have this form errors here. Although, and one thing I guess I'm realizing too is there's a chance that this could happen twice on the same page, because the activity could have form errors and this modal can have form errors. That's not semantic. We should probably take care of that in a later video, but for now, what I'll do is I'll just do form errors, and that will be document.query selector. And then for this, we actually want to reach into we want to be explicit here and want to do, so we want to do shoe form. So there's a few things going on here. I guess we can do if there's this and a shoe form. That way we just kind of know. So we can actually look in the shoe form, create selector form errors, and then if there's any form errors, we can just do form errors dot remove, I think. Yeah, so let's go through this real quick. So let's imagine I go in here, add a shoe. I make some errors, but then I fix it. I create the shoe. And then if I go in and add another one, this should be blank. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. This is good. Cool. And then if I go in and actually create the activity, this is good. So you can add a distance of miles. And if I go in and edit it, it should be on the shoe that I just added with 1 mile, which is sweet. So this is actually really good. This is good working state. So let's just go into git status, git add, and git commit. And we'll just say render form errors for shoe form.